Yeah, it's blueberry in Hawaii.
Oh, okay.
In Hawaii.
Oh, blueberry?
Blueberry in Hawaii.
Oh man, that smells
Nobody on there even.
good.
No.
Oh.
They left.
Hey everybody, this is Julia and KJ. We are co-hosting the Chronicast from Danks Emporium. This is Chronicast number 132.
Yes, 132.
Wow.
Yep, and we are smoking with the Masters today.
The Masters.
Yes, the Masters over here. We have Alta Nova. We are very excited to have them on the show.
Thank you very much, guys.
Absolutely.
Hey, how you doing?
How's it going? Whole
Hey,
world.
I'm from Idaho. No.
All right, and we also have Lacey here with us.
Hello.
Happy to have her back on the show as well.
Yeah, so, would we like to talk about some of the stuff we have here from Alta Nova?
Well, absolutely, KJ.
So, we have some Crockett's Tangy here, looks like, which is a sativa 70-30. And what is that other one there? Jilly Bean?
Jilly Bean, indeed.
And another sativa 60-40. And what else do we have on that end of the table down there?
We got some purple diesel.
Some purple diesel, if you can't see that loveliness right here.
Ooh.
Show it up to the nice other cameras as well.
Oh, it's all good. So we've got that purple
this
diesel
one up
there.
And then we got Secret Recipe.
Oh, sweet.
Secret recipe, awesome.
Secret Recipe has kind of been one of our mainstays.
Oh,
with our
and we
farm.
have some blue Hawaiian.
Oh, yep.
Absolutely.
That's what's
Which
loaded
is
in the bong
blueberry
right
in
now.
Hawaiian, as
Yes.
we've discovered recently.
Very nice, very nice. So I'd like to remind everybody this is a show for 21 plus adults. We have marijuana on the show. We don't want any kids watching the show. Please understand that.
Absolutely.
All right,
Absolutely.
moving on with that then.
We also have, what's in the cartridge again?
We got some Jilly Bean distillate.
All right.
Yeah.
So we have a lot to start smoking on here
yes,
today.
yes, we do.
Now, should we start with a flower and then move to the distillate?
Probably. Lacey, would you like to pick a flower?
Well, I feel like we might as well just stick with this because we've already got
Oh,
some.
yeah.
Yeah.
Some blue Hawaiian.
So-
Awesome.
Well, I do believe it's
You guys
Julia's
got a
hit
little
off
something on there.
bomb.
Yeah. Yeah, this one, just as soon as I got to smell it, I was very happy. It's kind of the terpene profile I'm looking for.
You having some lighter trouble? We can fix that.
Thank you very much.
Technical difficulties today.
Oh, no.
Okay, do you need my help?
Yeah, do this for
Okay,
You're
turn this
you
way.
were co-hosting.
We
right?
are, I guess I have to help you hit the bong. There we
Spark
go.
melodies in it, too.
All right, yeah.
How is that?
Like a dream.
And this is your bong, correct?
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
I brought
you
it from
brought
home.
it special.
Don't cough on that.
I even cleaned it.
Aw.
Granted, there's
Yeah.
parts of it. I
Ladies,
didn't have
interested in
pipe
some purple
cleaners.
diesel to start?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, let's just, wow, we're really
we
getting
are
into
just
it.
jumping into it today.
No, no.
Okay.
We don't kid around. When it
We
comes
are
to smoking.
truly smoking with the Masters, you know. They have things to teach us. So over there, we have a joint that was rolled up by the man himself here on the corner. We are, I believe it's Purple Diesel.
Purple diesel. And I'm David from Alta Nova.
Thank you very much.
David from Alta Nova.
I was waiting for
Sorry.
that.
What was your name again?
I'm Steven.
Steven and David. All right, we got this. And it is,
This is why we need a co-hosting thing going on, right?
you know, it's okay. We're getting it down. We're trying. This is our first time being co-host. Well, she's
Well,
been a co-host.
This is my first time being on the internet openly smoking
Smoking weed?
marijuana. So,
It's a good
as I tell
time.
everyone, I just came out on Facebook, but I like women, but I also like marijuana, and my family didn't know that. So I had like banking jobs and grown-up jobs that didn't want people to smoke marijuana. So, you know, you quit for your 45 days, and then you get the job, and if you hope they don't randomly test you that month.
Or get hurt.
Or get hurt.
Yeah,
I was-
man.
But yeah, so it was a weird environment to move here and just see. Like
I
he's
actually
like, what do you
really
mean?
like
There's
that.
a smoke down the street? Like it's so different here. It's like the cops are nicer here. It's a different world, and I just love it. I can't tell you how much I don't want to go home.
So why don't you guys tell us a little bit about Alta Nova?
Okay, so
Let Dave
all right,
handle
well,
that one.
Alta Nova, it's basically Latin for the new high. And so it
Okay.
means the new elevation, but it's the new high, which is where we got the name from. We're a Tier 3 farm based out of Quincy, which is in Grant County, which is Central State under the big sun.
About
We're now
5 minutes from the gorge.
about 5 minutes
Oh,
from the
wow.
gorge.
So
So, you know, plenty, you know.
You're talking.
I'll talk for a second. Oh, no, I can't.
Oh no! And you guys, we are having our
I can't wait.
anniversary mega sale going on right now, so you can get Alta Nova 30% off downstairs here at Danks Wonder Emporium
I believe.
Nicely.
I believe
on Martin Way in Lacey. It's a big green building. You can't miss it.
Oh yeah.
As Quinn would say, a big ass green building.
Oh well.
Big ass green building.
You know,
Yeah, I think our eights right now downstairs are
2040, I believe.
2040.
Yeah, on
Yes,
sale for 20.
they are
20
on
hour
sale.
ace.
They
And
dropped down
they're
to
slow cured
2040.
products. So basically, after we harvest, we do a cure process that's standard, and then we do another slow cure process on our flowers, so to get the flavors to pop as much as possible. We have a master grower who we call the professor. He literally was a teacher back east.
Cool.
And once marijuana became legal, he traveled to several states, ended up in Washington finally, and became our master grower. And he loves what he does. So he takes a
Good.
lot of pride in it. He's a scientist, so he wants to know more than just a good number. He wants to know the real number. So we constantly have like research on it. It's awesome. It's good to have someone that talented.
Anyways,
So I'm working on getting glasses because I can't read for shit, and I'm having trouble even seeing that secret recipe over there.
well, I do know right now in the store we
Did you look at
have.
the eclipse? Is that what happened?
Oh God!
Was it the
No.
eclipse?
Did you stare right into
So,
it?
and I think
Trump's
this
sorry.
is roasted.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, that's hilarious. I saw that picture. Oh my gosh. No, I will admit that I briefly glanced at it with my sunglasses, but it was really an up and down thing. You can't see
I
it.
was blessed. I got to go to Oregon and see it on the top
Yeah.
of a mountain. So
That's-
I saw
wow.
I saw the
That's
full
cool.
eclipse. I saw
So-
sunset across mountains for 3 minutes because it was only 3 minutes that it's the total eclipse.
Why don't we break into that jelly bean flower then?
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
We do
Yeah,
have,
that in the Crockett's Tangier too. The most just aromatic, like
I
the
love
smells, the actual
Yeah.
like the aromas.
So I know downstairs right now we
Ooh.
do have the jelly bean secret recipe Tangy and the Bubba Kush.
And I also have a Gorilla Glue number 4 pre-roll that I made also.
Oh,
It's a pre-roll because I pre-rolled it before I arrived. Again. But it's in a cool little container.
well.
Oh yeah, that is awesome.
How does it smell?
I mean, I'm not.
Is that the Crockett's Tangy?
No,
It's the
this
jelly
is the
bean.
jelly
Okay,
bean, and
yeah.
I'm not terribly familiar with jelly bean, but it's definitely got like this citrus note to
Oh yeah,
it.
most definitely.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
farm favorite. Everyone on our farm loves that flower.
It's why the jelly bean cart's our most popular cart. You know, it's basically we make the most of it and we still sell a lot of it. So
Yeah.
it's great.
It's one of those mainstays with our farm. So, we're always going to be trying new things, but we're always going to have the secret recipe. We're always going to have jelly bean. We're bringing back our Dirty Girl on this next harvest.
Okay.
And that was by far kind of our farm favorite when we had it in the past. Makes amazing super terpy oil, which is nice. I think we have a new one that's coming out for our carts that tested at like 11% terpenes.
Oh wow.
It's like,
Nice,
so
guys.
I'm excited to try that.
So, does anybody want more of this? I can put it out.
These are some of our small little plants.
Totally up to you guys.
Camera to a camera.
I am loading
I don't know
up
if does that
some
work?
jelly bean into the grinder here because Julia wanted to get fancy today and grind all of the weed that we smell.
Yeah, and anybody who smoked with me outside of all this knows that I'm a princess
proud
about my
parent.
weed. I have to grind it up. I have to put it in a pipe.
you can
I
look
really
left
want
or
to
right, one or
taste
two
it.
pictures.
So,
Yeah, just kidding. There's 100.
Don't scroll.
Don't scroll past 4 pictures. No, there's like
No, you gotta when I
you'll
give
see
my
eclipse
phone, like,
pictures. You'll go blind. Don't look at them.
Oh my
you gotta zoom it in so that when they scroll,
sorry,
it
my
just
grinder
moves
is
the
It's-
picture
and my-
instead of-
seriously 8
And it
years
just
old.
broke, by the way. I can't turn
wow.
sideways to make it
That's
automatically do what it
beautiful.
used to
Oh.
Those plants look beautiful.
They are.
do. So yeah.
Ooh, happy,
tried to-
healthy plants.
I try to explain to my family, by the way, all the plants are females. I'm like, that doesn't sound fair. I'm like, what do you mean it doesn't sound fair? And then I try to explain to them how many of the food you eat is only female. How they purposely, many of the other produce items you eat, the farmers purposely do the same thing. They keep them from getting kids, so there's no seeds.
Oh
So-
yeah. So Julia, what's your favorite strain?
That would be plush berry.
Ooh.
How about you guys? What's your favorite strains?
Well, last year was cherry pie.
Cherry pie.
And that was when I first.
What do you like about cherry pie?
It's strong. It's got a strong, rich flavor
Yeah.
to it, and it really grabs you like up here. I want to say up in the higher nose, like you
That's
can really
up there
smell
for
it.
me as well.
And it's strong and it's flavorful. But I've had other cherry pies that are just okay. So it's weird how certain times I love a strain that's my favorite strain, and then the next grower just does a little bit different version of
Yeah.
it or a different grow version. or they nail the cure a little less.
And blackberry pie is really good too.
Yeah, the blackberry pie is really good. And then Jilly Bean this year has been, it's just got me. I went and bought a full ounce of it from one of our vendors, one of our retail stores in the Peninsula area.
Very
But
nice.
yeah, it was
very
awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, I've been kind of when people ask the strain question, I used to have an answer for it until like I, got a cut of my favorite strain in the world and it was horrible. And so I don't name names or anything, but so now I think like my question is I always tell you like what my favorite growers at the time are, and then I have to like kind of pick from one of theirs. But I think Jack Herrera is just one of my
Classic.
It's one of those things. I smell it and I start to like feel my brain tingle.
So are you a sativa person then?
Yeah, my whole life I'm a musician, and so I'm always like I want to smoke a sativa and write a great song. But like the last 6 months or so, now I just really want something that'll just numb my body and just let me relax. And so I've been going the more indica route lately, but I don't know. It's really anything that's got a solid bud structure and just looks pretty. That's what I want.
It has a very sweet flavor on it, the Jilly Bean, yeah.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things to do when I go into a shop these days is I ask the bud tender, what is special on your shop? Like, what would I be an idiot to leave without? And a lot of places don't have an answer for it.
The last time somebody offered me Golden Goat, which I've never had that strain until that day, and they offered me something I never had before. And it was a Golden Goat, and it was great. I have to get the gram I bought. I wish I had bought an eighth. One of those things where I got home like, oh man. But
that was one of my favorite strains on the medical side. I worked on medical for a few years before, so I got to kind of experience that and get really spoiled by that. Because you could walk in and open a jar that had a QP of freshly cured amazing weed, and you get to stick your face in it. And I missed that, but the Golden Goat that I had on that side was the most refreshing weed I ever smoked. It was like a glass of water, but weed, if that makes sense. I don't know. It's weird. You smoke it, you're like, oh, I feel good about everything right now.
Nice.
I'm happy.
What's your favorite strain, Lacey?
Northern Lights.
Northern Lights?
Yeah. Which is
Good
funny though,
call.
because I prefer sativas.
Oh,
but,
okay.
My parents used to grow. My dad had cancer. Beat it, whoop whoop.
Nice.
That's great.
So Northern Lights was something that they always had a lot of, and it's a very specific. It has its own smell and taste. I feel like.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I can't describe it.
Yeah,
It's its own.
Yeah,
I usually say clean. It tastes clean. But,
I get it.
But that doesn't even make sense.
All right.
No,
I get it.
I
Like
totally
the smell
understand.
of like the air freshener clean linen is what it
Oh
reminds
my
me
Yeah,
of.
you get that from certain, like our Dirty Girl has that same piney kind of smell to it.
Yeah.
And whenever you
Fresh.
smoke it, you kind of get that fresh,
Yeah.
because it smells a little like the kitchen's clean
I
or the
don't even
bathroom's
know,
clean
yeah.
smell, and it just has
So,
that.
When you smoke it and the roommates come home really excited that they think you cleaned.
pine
I'm
smell.
like, oh, yes, the house is. Oh, no, it's still a
Sorry.
mess. He's just smoking.
Just
weed.
kidding. It's just that wonderful weed.
Hey Jay, I haven't forgotten about you.
Okay.
What's your favorite?
Oh, well, mine changes from time to time. But I want to say lavender right now. I've been back on the lavender kick lately. Yeah.
Interesting.
It's such a nice calming strain, and it's like very stress relieving for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a
I
great
have to
after
agree,
work
I like
strain.
the lavender
yeah.
for that. See, I have a weird thing. I do sativas during the day or
Yeah.
early evening, so because I like to write. I'm trying to be a writer in a sense. I'm
Okay.
like 120 pages. I'll let you know if I get to 200.
Cool. All right.
I'll let you know when it gets to 400 and make a book out of it or whatever. But I'm trying to, so a sativa keeps me up even when I'm typing. All right, spell check helps me when I'm high. But I'm writing, and then when I try to cool off at the end of the evening, maybe watch like the Daily Show or something, I'll switch to an indica and kind of smoke an indica at the end of the evening and kind of roll back and calm down and go to bed. I think it's kind of a nice
wow.
combo.
Okay, so I just busted open this Crockett's Tangy, and it smells delicious.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. I think that's our master grower's favorite strain out of everything.
That is the master grower's. I can tell you, it is his personal favorite. Which is hard for him to say because he loves all of his girls. And he's a proud parent.
I'm going to hit this weird looking thing. I
Absolutely.
like
No,
it
the
a
only
lot.
thing wrong with the Crockett's Tangies this year is we only had like 2 or 3 small amounts of it, so we didn't have like our normal massive hundreds and hundreds of pounds to offer stores. But it was a good little micro grow we do.
I think out of our next crop that we have, that's going to be cut down in October, I'm most excited about this berry white.
The Barry White,
Oh, absolutely.
yeah.
Like
And the
that's
9-pound hammer.
Ooh, I did not know we were doing 9-pound
9-pound hammer has been a popular strain lately.
Somebody mentioned.
And our secret recipe, we just nail it. I don't know if our soil's been perfect for that particular strain, but every time we always get a high potency out of it. We always get a very sharp, rich flavor to it. You know, and I'm not a big fan of it. Is it coupon? What?
Yeah, well, it's just you don't know how much you're getting.
Yeah, it's hard to see.
You don't know what's
I
bad.
turned my cough I was about to have into a giggle.
The problem, you get 2 people on each end. I at least can turn and.
Whoa there, whoa there.
Oh, yeah, but then that's slow down.
Be careful now.
Sorry, we get excited.
No
get
party
excited.
fouls today.
Oh man.
All right, now I gotta move this in a little bit.
I can't promise that.
I can.
Uh-oh.
I'm a fairly clumsy guy, which is why actually I brought my own
Why
bong.
don't we load up this guy here?
Sure, why not?
Sean Bongery. We
Is-
have.
Is that really? That's a good one.
That one
I
is
like
his
it.
name. I'm pretty
Sean
certain
Bongery.
that one's that one. I don't know though.
If you guys come
It
up
is
with
now.
a good name for my bong before we leave,
We should
I will
do
give it a
that.
name. I've had it for about 2 years now.
It's supposed to be indestructible.
Well, I broke a few down stems for it, but these U.S. Tubes bongs, if you go online,
Yeah.
they do beaker challenges, where they actually, I'll take the bowl piece out.
Okay.
They take 2 bongs that are supposedly like indestructible bongs, and they hold one like this and one like that, and then they just drop them into each other, and the U.S. Tubes just shatters. I mean, they have to be some real spoiled boys.
Well, they're thick.
Their parents'
Like,
money, yeah.
Look at that bottom. That's thick.
Yeah.
In between, everything's super thick.
I bought a beautiful high-si bong, and it broke within 2 weeks, and I was just so mad I went out and bought this.
Here, load your pipe up.
So
I got a
Well-
special K at Hemp Fest and dropped it this morning, and I caught it upside down with the bowl in between my fingers perfectly, didn't even spill water. I cried a little bit because I thought it was going to break, and I got worked up before I realized it didn't break. It hadn't broken, and started sweating
Lucky
instantly.
catch.
I recently have my special K bong broke.
Yeah, we were just talking about
We were.
that. Yeah.
It's kind of broken. It is still all in one piece, but it is quite
It's
a
hard to
large crack.
see the crack,
But it's big.
Does it still
Sad.
still together holding air though? Or
It doesn't hold water.
yeah.
Anyways.
I haven't heard of that. Are they a special
We're-
glass blower?
Oh
Or
yeah, he's
Special K? I haven't
fairly
heard of that.
popular around
Yeah,
here. Do
be
we
sure
have a
to check it
lighter?
out.
Could someone pass one
Absolutely.
down?
Oh, we're
Wow, you are
hoarding them.
hoarding them all down there,
Yeah.
you guys.
Oh,
You
there's
don't need
another
three, it's
toker
okay.
poker?
All right.
Oh,
Whose
yeah.
toker
That
poker
one's
is
mine.
that?
That one's
Hey,
mine.
what's up?
Like,
So we are about to hit this Crockett's Tangy, and
Which
it
one's this,
smells
the blue
really
one?
good.
Um,
But ground up, it kind of
no, I
smells
think
more
that's jelly
earthy.
bean.
So let's see
Yeah.
how this tastes.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
For as much as I love just like a nice citrusy profile, for some reason, Tangy just overall is not really a strain that's my favorite.
This is true to a tangy. I feel.
Oh yeah, that actually tastes really
yeah,
good.
it tastes like fruit. It is delicious. It tastes
Why don't you
tropical.
There's a
Hold
reason it's
on.
the master growers select,
Same.
you know.
Yeah. And there's something about that particular cut where I don't know the full story on it. He might, but the guy, it's called Crockett's Tangy because there was a grower, his name was Crockett, who created this cut, and it's just kind of an extra good cut. So good
It's
luck
a,
with
yeah,
it.
it's a more citrusy, fruity kind of the tangies. So I like it in that sense. It's a lot stronger.
So, have you guys been to the Gorge?
Oh, I got to see Dave Matthews, man. I'm from New Jersey originally, so to be able to see Dave Matthews in the Gorge, everyone told me how special it was.
Have you smoked weed at the Gorge?
Oh, yes, of course.
What's your favorite weed to smoke at the Gorge?
Oh, I took Alta Nova. I do the old rule. I break the rule. I smoke my own product. I know, growing
Yeah.
up old school, when you weren't supposed to smoke your own product, you cut into your profits. But yeah, I smoke my own product. So yeah, I love it. We just take some pre-rolls, as I call them.
Oh, yes.
You make
You
a little,
pre-roll
you
them
pre-roll
to
them
go
like
to
old
the
school. You know,
Gorge.
the old school, you had to hide in the dark and smoke. But now it's like everyone's smoking around you. I'm gonna tear this thing off if I don't get on this side of the cord. But
I worked at the Gorge for a whole summer,
Oh, cool.
That
and
sounded horrible.
I worked.
Could you
12
pass
hours.
the weird shaped bong for
Yes,
me?
absolutely.
Thank you.
But yeah, I kind of worked there, and I would check in.
that's Daisy.
Oh, I got
And then I would
aim.
take my
I know
coat
why
off,
that's-
and I would just
Sorry,
go
I
see
keep
the show.
stopping you.
And then at the end of the night, I'd turn my stuff on, and for some reason, they just they didn't seem to notice. And so, if anyone from the Gorge is watching, this,
I don't want
like,
to tell people my favorite
is-
spot. There's a couple spots to sit that I love that I don't want other people to know of because it's
Yeah,
like you
can't
get
give
there.
away your chill
you're like,
zone.
no.
You know, I've never been to the Gorge. And you guys probably are all.
I got to
You're
see
not
a
a
couple.
Washingtonian.
Yeah, I got to see a bunch of great shows.
I've never been to the Gorge either.
See, okay. Have
and
you
I've
been to the
lived
Gorge?
in Cle
I
Elum.
think I have.
It's
It should be
beautiful.
memorable to me, though, right?
You think
Yeah.
you have? Wow. Okay, you
Wait,
guys are.
it's
If
not
you haven't
telling
walked
me
up and
no
down
way,
into
right?
a deep hole and then watched a show and came back out, that's what it's basically
Into-
exercise. You walk down into the gorge and you watch a show and you walk
Yeah,
back
that sounds
out.
right.
Ooh.
Yeah, the
It's
gorge.
awesome. It's a great place to see a
Jesus.
show.
The
It's a
gorge
great
is a very
place.
beautiful place.
It's
I-
in the
Is
backdrop.
there food at the Gorge?
yeah,
Yeah.
Depends.
but I mean,
Is that where they,
Depends.
is
It's
that where
terrible
they have
festival food.
Paradiso?
probably.
Is
Okay, then
it?
yeah, I went there.
And Sasquatch Festival and all that.
Yeah,
good
I
stuff.
have
I
not been
can
to
tell.
any of these
It's
things.
very coded, so.
Oh, it's fine. I'm
I
sure
went
there's
to
some weed in there.
Paradiso like 2 years ago when
Did you
it
get
was.
really stoned and then go to Paradiso?
Let me tell you, man, it was not a good time.
No, whoa.
I've heard
Like
stories.
it was over 100 degrees,
Ugh,
and
That's my
you know
worst
this
nightmare.
was before I even went into the show. We were camping out, and I couldn't take it. We were taking shifts in my car with the AC on. We were dying. We were putting ice on our clothes and our blankets.
You were wearing ice suits.
It didn't work.
We were naked.
We sold our tickets day one and didn't go to a
And
single
you left.
show.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
probably would have died.
Yeah,
Honestly.
that was
No,
my
seriously.
reasoning. Like getting in a mob like that where people are body to body and it's already 100 degrees.
People are dying.
Forget about it.
Ugh.
Mm-mm.
See,
Yeah,
I
I
like
was
this
I
one.
was stupid in my younger days.
It's very
I'm
smooth.
25 now. I'm over it, man.
Yeah.
oh,
Over
I
it.
feel so old. I'm 28. I just had a birthday.
You
How old are
guys-
you?
guys are-
How old
I was
are
gonna
you?
say, you guys are feeling old now. I feel how old we're feeling.
I
After
don't
like
know.
I feel old. I'm
Yeah, 28. I
25.
remember 28. Wait, no, I don't. No, I don't know.
He's-
I don't
I'm-
even want to tell you guys how old I am. Fuck.
Are you a baby?
Something like
I
that.
turned
Something
30.
like
I
that.
turned 32 next week.
Right on,
That's
man.
not that
I think
old.
that's
I'm not
like
that
how
old.
old my brother is or something.
See, you're not that
I-
old, but
You're a geezer.
I turned 46 September 11th. So
Okay.
my
Well,
birthday's
happy
coming up.
birthday soon.
Well,
I have a wedding to
That's
go
real
to that day.
So,
Oh, she can't go.
That's
Moving on.
do you guys prefer the tangy out of the pipe or the bong?
Ooh.
I usually use the
I'm
bong.
cool with
I mean,
either.
I used
You're cool with either. Okay. Do you feel like flavor is different on the pipe versus the bong?
I do prefer smoking out of a bong just because every time I look at a pipe after some heavy use, I'm like, oh.
Here, let's.
Lungs.
Or when I look, I'm like,
Little
that
jelly
could
bean.
be inside of me. And so when I like
Yeah.
clean my bong, I'm like, I just saved
That's
myself all
a
that
lot
from
of
being in me.
lungs.
But I'm
Yeah.
gonna load more of this blue Hawaiian.
I'm gonna have to boil this pipe up. I tell you, it is.
Would you
getting
like me
out
to
of
leave a
there.
little piece of the blue Hawaiian for you?
Yeah.
Let's smoke
I mean,
some
it is
of
almost
this.
my birthday. I really like the smell on this. a
I'm gonna
lot.
retire this.
Did we
actually.
have the other pre-roll? We want to maybe light that up?
Absolutely.
wish. No, this is Gorilla Glue number 4,
Okay.
All right.
And it's also rolled in the rice paper?
rice
That's a
paper.
good one.
Okay.
And I will say that I think it is, when I do tasting, I like to do it. Like if I buy flour and I want to try it out for the very first time and really try it out, I will use a rice paper.
Yes.
I don't know.
I want
I'm going to call it an old
now.
school thing.
I
'cause
prefer rice
Since I'm the
paper
oldest
as well.
guy at the table, I remember back in my day.
I rolled.
Why is it that you prefer the rice paper?
I think it's because I've smoked a lot of marijuana out of rice paper, so I consider it a neutral plane when I
Okay.
smoke out of it. Does that make sense? Like,
Yeah.
because I've smoked, the
So when
rice
you
paper
compare-
doesn't affect the flavors.
I
Yeah.
gotcha.
So I catch the terpenes and all the other flavors as I
Regular
as they hit.
paper
So-
does have a specific taste and burn to it. I
You know.
don't like it. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
and I don't
rice
like
paper is different.
And I don't like the the blunts. I have so many friends. I'm from the East Coast. Blunt. You know, and it's
Not
like
a blunt
I'm
guy?
not a blunt fan. You
I
know,
made him smoke a blunt
Do you
earlier.
like blunts?
Yeah, I rolled a blunt for this, and then I was looking at it, and it was kind of
I'm sorry,
small.
I'm sorry.
And so I was like, I don't
I
want to
didn't say I didn't smoke blunts.
Yeah, and so
Do you like blunts,
I was
Julia?
smoking
I mean,
blunts
I
when they're rolled
do
properly.
because they do the job well, but the
Okay.
numbness and sometimes
Yeah,
the
I don't like
flavor-
the tingle.
I don't
I
like
got a
it.
dope
I don't like
pit.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
I'm not a
about
blunt
the
fan
tingle.
either.
Is there a way to avoid that?
Is
I don't
there
know.
not?
Yeah,
with the
have you seen
blunt?
those little bubblers? Those little joint bubblers.
Okay.
I
yeah,
saw those
okay.
recently.
That's
Well,
tasty. I like that. I
Have
like
you
that.
guys tried the hemp paper?
I did,
like
and I
the
thought
hemp
that was-
blunt
Is
wrap
that like
type
raw,
things.
or
No, they're
No,
like
no,
the
it's
hemp.
actually it's pretty tasty.
It's
go
yeah,
on.
there was like a hemp CBD blunt wrap kind of thing
Oh,
that
yep.
I've smoked
Mhm.
That's
before,
cool.
and it was pretty delicious. Yeah,
Interesting.
I'd
and
like
it
to
didn't
try
have
one
that
for sure.
tingle like that the blunts
One
have.
of,
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but it was.
I had a
is that tingle more from like the tobacco wrap, or just
Maybe.
like the poisonous
Oh,
flavors they're
Jesus.
dumping into those
I have
things?
no idea.
I mean, I've tried a variety and they all do it.
I've
so.
had less than like 5 blunts probably in my life.
Oh God, no!
Yeah.
I used to have one.
Now I wish
that
I
was
had
the only one I smoked.
Look at you. You're taking the blunts for yourself over there.
I had a friend from New Jersey visit, 21 years old, 4 days after he shows up in state, and he buys all these hemp papers to roll with, and they smoked like 4 or 5 of them. And they were pretty tasty. I gotta say, they weren't bad. But he was like a kid in a candy store. I mean, he was 21 years old, hitting the store. In New Jersey, you're still chased by the bad guys, called the cops in that situation. You know, they should be the good guys, but they're trying to arrest you for marijuana. So
I'm wondering how many people now are using the legal states as like a, you know, some people will be like, I'm turning 18 or I'm turning 21. I'm going to Vegas.
It's a tourist attraction.
So
Yes,
now,
it is.
So now someone's like, I'm going to Boulder. I'm at a college party and smoke
Weed
weed.
tourism is a big thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember something. I want to start a phrase. I want to call anyone who's not in Washington or Colorado or Alaska or anything like that occupied territory. So if you don't live in a marijuana-free state, you live in occupied territory where you're going to get arrested. You don't live in free America. We live in free America.
We're in free America.
Watch, I'm smoking. Hey, look, no one's trying to arrest me right now. I can drive home. Well, you can drive us home.
Yeah.
2.5 hours from now.
Once
Well, we got to
you
go
have
downstairs for 2 hours.
You definitely going to be here for a
Oh,
while.
no, 2 hours.
Because, you know, you're going to continue your vendor day. People can come here at Danks Wonder Emporium on Martin
And
Way
get
and
our
Lacey.
lovely, delicious flour for
And
only
come
$20
talk
and
to
40
these
cents
dudes,
And we're
ask them questions.
We'll give you some candy.
Check out, yeah, they do. They brought candy for
We
everybody.
brought you saltwater taffy and
What?
Twix.
And then,
know that.
You didn't know? You didn't see the
Aw.
saltwater
I
taffy?
didn't
We'll
wanna
get you
walk
some.
over there.
I had to do the
I'm a
East Coast
nervous
style again. I'm
person.
trying. I'm stuck on that for some reason.
but yes, we do have
Wildwood Boardwalk, Cape May Boardwalk,
a
Atlantic City
few of their
Boardwalk,
strains
Saltwater Taffy Fresh.
downstairs. So definitely come check that out.
All saying different
Yeah,
things.
I'm really loving that. The flavor. on
Yeah,
that.
and this is the Gorilla Glue.
Do you like the Gorilla Glue?
Yes, it's coming through. It definitely, the rice paper helps.
And we find that has another one of our. That's another one of the strains that we've grown a few times that we get a higher potency from. It's just a natural aspect of that particular strain. We think.
Oh yeah.
Do you want
I
to
feel
pass
that
the
almost
secret recipe
immediately.
down this way?
Of course, I love that as well.
How has this not been busted out yet?
Well, we're getting to it. Yeah.
Is that the last one on our list? Or?
No, we have the purple diesel weed there.
Oh,
we have
right.
not busted into.
We smoked a joint.
We
with it, I
smoked a
think.
joint
We
of
did.
it, but yes, we have not.
And if you hit the
been into
weird,
that.
I don't know the name of this
That's
one.
a special K-bone.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I don't. Does it have a name?
Hold it. I don't want to drop it.
Oh.
That one does not have a name. No, sorry. I
Is
was
this
having
what
a
it
brain
is?
fart there.
Man,
Wow,
it's
there's
tasty.
a lot of weed in this one.
But yeah, you were mentioning having
This is an
having
interesting
almost
flavor.
broke one. I have one of the saddest stories. I walked into an
Oh,
old medical
sorry.
place called the Bakery, and
I like that.
yeah, they have a shop now. It's over in Georgetown in Seattle. But I walked in one day, and it was about 5 seconds after a guy who had just bought a mothership glass piece that cost him about $1,500, and I walked in,
Ooh, what is?
and everyone was standing around it on the ground, and it was in like 5 pieces, and they're all just silent, literally like they just watched a friend die. The guy's like, and he's like, I didn't even get
We're
to
in
hit
mourning.
it yet.
Yeah.
And it was literally like walking up on the saddest thing you've ever seen.
Did they tape it out? With a little piece of tape
Uh,
I was
To
so
answer
bummed.
your question, she is a bud tender.
Yes, I am a bud tender.
I am not.
No, Julia, she used to be here, but you know she died, and
Yeah, that's what
What
happened.
happened?
I just
You look good for dead.
Yeah.
You look great. You look great for dead.
Thank
she
you.
got too high one day.
It was that one time when we smoked all that oil.
Do
for
you
the
guys
710
dab?
special?
Not really.
What?
Every now and then.
One of the tough parts of my job is I have to do dab testing sometimes.
Oh
on
no,
raw
that
samples.
sounds so tough.
I've actually had to smoke even just like straight out of the CO2 extractor, raw, and it sizzles because it's mostly water. There's no residuals of CO2, so it's not a problem to hear that sizzle. But yeah, we do it for testing to make sure there's no sizzle.
Yeah.
It's one of the simple things we have to do.
Want to know something funny? I have 0 weed in my house, but probably 10 grams of oil right now. I don't smoke weed usually.
You don't
Oh,
smoke?
man.
I know a lot of people like that.
I don't know why.
Yeah, we have people at our
no.
company like that. So
Yeah, a lot of my friends like just never made the
it's
switch
fine.
to oil, and so it's a very rare occurrence. If someone's pushing dabs in like my general circle, it's me,
Yeah.
and I don't really dab very much. Mostly, I'm just a weenie smoker. Like I still cough. My friends will make fun of me because I'm doing all right now. I've coughed a couple times, but I'm the guy that I've been smoking for 17 years.
And you still
and
want to
answer it.
yeah, every time I still cough, and it's like the first time every time. But I also have friends.
If it's the first time every time, you're a lucky man. I don't get that high. Jesus.
Carts make me cough.
Yeah.
All of them. I don't know why.
The only reason I like them is for convenience.
Yeah.
They really are.
Not,
That is
when
the
I'm
best
not
part.
somewhere where I can have my rig,
Yeah.
basically.
Yep.
That's like their best use.
Like I wouldn't smoke out of a cartridge at home.
Like if you're at
Yeah.
the gorge watching a show and you just want to be able to
Exactly.
pop that.
And you
Put it
you
back
know,
away.
For Hempfest.
If
When,
you
Is
are
it Hempfest?
on that dab life and you
Oh,
need to
yeah.
be out at a concert, you could pick up the cartridge.
Yeah, these our oil cartridges are actually under the Chung's Choice brand.
Oh, cool.
We're one of the few kind of companies that make that brand up. So there's another company that does their flour, and then there's a company that does their botanicals and various things. And it's still kind of a new thing. We're still rolling it out, and it's only you can only get it in a few spots. But you know, in the next few months, we're going to be having way more oil, and we're going to be having a way bigger push. And so
Right
people
on.
will be seeing it around.
So this is the secret recipe. It tastes delicious.
I like this frosted.
Yeah, and the design on the front is really cool. The gas mask.
Very
Have you guys
Borderlands.
ever smoked out of one of those gas mask things?
Yes,
Yes,
actually
I
a
have done that
few
in the
years
past.
ago at Hempfest.
Did you panic? Like,
A little
did you
bit.
Oh,
feel
man.
like
I did.
panic? I
It
did
was getting
too.
in my eyes.
Yeah, my eyes felt like they were sucking out. And I
That
freaked
was
out.
the issue, yeah.
Wow,
and,
you guys are terrifying
It
me
was
right
scary.
now. Wow.
well, you know, it is really suctioned on your face.
It
I've
is,
never
and you
used
have to-
one,
The
so-
more you suck in, the more it suctions on
Yeah,
your face.
it's like a
Fuck no.
vacuum seal, and it was a contest I was trying to do.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, and so I was toe to toe with all these other folks, and you know, I was trying to be
Julia,
competitive.
going
and,
hard.
Yeah, what a mistake. God, you guys. Hempfest was a different experience after all that. I was coughing my brains
Did any of you guys go to Hempfest this?
I
Yeah.
I missed it this year.
Oh.
I haven't been
Now,
back.
I have a question.
been
Anyone ever
like
do
2
gravity
years.
bottles? Old school gravity bottles.
Yeah.
I don't go anymore because
I found that to be the worst way to smoke.
Yeah, there are a lot of people, and you know, every year you kind of see the same thing going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for me, kind of like every day is Hempfest. So if they switched it to like Cannabis Fest, and then we could all smoke weed at like every little spot. You know, if everyone could bring their
Oh man,
best
we
stuff.
would love to do a sample tent. That would be incredible if they let us do that
They
legally.
had a bus there that was doing that.
Hmm?
They had a bus there.
It
That was
used
Is
to
how
be
is
way
it
more
legal on a
lax.
bus or something? Is
No,
there
well,
some
it was-
loophole?
It had a spaceship painted on it, and it was a
Oh.
blacked
So-
out galaxy bus.
Well, the
and it
guy-
was $5 gas.
Which one was
I
this?
didn't do
Yeah,
it,
so
but-
back in the days
Sorry.
when medical was still
Proposals.
around, it was actually way more lax, and there were a lot of situations where you could go out and smoke. I remember there was Olympia Hemp Fest, and they had a white tent where people with medical cards could go in and smoke. You know, there were a lot of things like that.
Sunshine Market. The Sunshine
Yeah,
Market was like that. That place.
I remember the farmers market. That was
Secret
awesome. You know, guys, I hope that we move in that direction again.
Did you guys
I
ever
think
get?
it's possible. We'll get there, right?
Did you guys ever get the chance to go?
I would love to own a
the-
bar where
the
people could come in and
Amsterdam
smoke
market?
and we'll have music and
I'm
smoke
sorry,
and
I was
just.
trying to listen to
That's
you
really-
at
Hate
the same
to
time.
shout out to Frankie's.
No worries.
Frankie's is the only bar I know of. Well, I guess Olympia Underground as well. They have memberships, and they
Okay,
found
yeah, yeah.
loopholes and ways that you can smoke inside. You got to bring your own stuff. There's a $3 cover. You can get an annual membership. Not that I've been there a million times or anything, but
I've never been. I want to go.
oh
never
man,
been
we all got to
either.
go to Frankie's.
That's awesome.
never
It's
been.
funny. They used to do that for cigarette smoking in Philly. when I
Well,
used
you
to go.
can smoke cigarettes in Frankie's as well.
Yes, because it's
Oh,
a
you can.
All of it.
private membership.
Dabs, weed, friggin'
I'm gonna be
cigarettes.
walking
Yeah.
into
Now that sounds wonderful.
And it's a sports bar, so there's a bunch of pool
TVs.
tables, and oh yeah. Why am I shouting out to Frankie so much, guys?
Yeah.
We're all about Danks Wonder Emporium
Oh,
here
yeah,
at Danks
Danks.
Wonder Emporium.
Yeah.
Before you go to Frankie's, stop at Danks.
Yeah.
So,
Don't
yeah.
forget,
You
this
gotta-
is all
you gotta bring your own
21
shit.
plus.
This is,
Oh, yeah.
yes, for our
Okay.
21 plus
Let's not
viewers
forget that.
and our tourists. Come to Washington. Check out the experience. All these
Check
things we're
out
talking
Danks,
about. Yeah.
Wonder Emporium.
And definitely, I've been in about 150 stores. You guys have a great store. I mean, one of the things me and Steven get to do is we see a lot of stores, and the way you guys at the front of the store and the inside, great job.
Well, and this gives you guys a chance to talk about your product and reach people who may or may not have known you're
Absolutely.
around.
Yeah.
You know, there's
So,
there's
good
a
for
lot
you,
of
Jeff.
companies out there doing weed, doing oil, and you know, some people treat it like a competition. We're just trying to make as many friends as we can and, you know, sell some good weed along the way and
Help as many
smoke
people
with
as you can.
Yeah.
And yeah, we work with the other 2 companies that do Chong's Choice because we only do the CO2 extracted products. They do the flower and others, and they're good companies. They do good products. I'd recommend their product. You know, we've purchased their product to try it, and it's been pretty good.
So, if you want to pass down that purple diesel now,
Yeah.
and this is our last.
I only have a
strain
little
of the
bit. I only
day.
have a little bit. Don't take too much.
You know, he didn't bring a whole lot for us here on this one.
He brought quite a bit. Most of an ounce.
That's roasted.
Too funny.
Perfect. Then we will.
I've really enjoyed the
I did.
bongs that you
I
guys
got to
have
smoke
here.
most of that at the
I'm gonna
Eclipse.
stop
I
for
swear. I was smoking that on a mountaintop.
Can I have one of those waters if they're not open?
I took a sip of this one. I know I did because it's already cracked.
Are you wanting to grind those?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say the coolest part about just working for this
make sure
company and just as kind of
Is there
a sales
a bunch
rep
in
and
there?
brand ambassador in this industry, seeing so much of the state that I had never got to see before. Because I kind of fancy myself a
kinda
Washington
I
man,
can't get it.
and it's
it's
been
kinda
great
clogged.
just being all over the
Oh.
place. And
I mean,
It should sit
I've been to
outside.
almost every county in the state of Washington, and I've only lived for 2 years, so I think that's been pretty adventurous. I have to say, my favorite thing is I've only been in the game for 2 years, and I got to learn how to run a CO2 extractor. I mean, I worked in the lab for over a year, and just really learned how we make dab
Yeah,
rats. And
it's
how
an
we make-
amazing process.
And it's a neat process, and just the smallest changes can make an effect on the product, on the
Absolutely.
pressure that you might use, or temperature that you use, or even the amount of ethanol you might use trying to extract for cartridges. And it's just been really educational that you wouldn't get, like in a larger future companies, they'll have to work years to get to be right there when they're making it, to be right over their guys making it and watching it. Next thing you know, your hands are doing it, and it was really an incredible experience. I got to be lab manager for about 7-8 months, and I got to tell you, it was incredible to learn just right by doing it. And,
This stuff smells great.
yeah, and
Oh,
I've
that
taken,
purple diesel, yep.
I'm gonna
and,
take another.
and it almost makes you cry when you take 10 pounds of that and you put it in a tube,
Oh, yeah.
turn it on, and know that when you're
Smash
done,
it.
you just made 10 pounds of
Yeah.
3% weed that you usually just give away. Because sometimes we'll do it again. We run it again.
And that's a pretty nug.
Beautiful nugs.
Yeah,
I'm just
But
gonna
yeah.
show the camera.
My first job actually was just
I'll
hand
move you
trimming.
Right.
I love when
On
you
the
just
farm.
get like that big strawberry nug.
Oh, right.
Those are my
Yeah, those are
absolute
beautiful.
favorite.
I don't know if it's
Action.
working.
And if you notice, we do a hand job. We hand trim it.
Oh,
Hey, hi, Mom.
Everyone always has something they wish
was
they could
okay.
take back, right?
That's not the worst thing I've ever said, so
You
I'm not too
know.
worried about it. But we hand trim it very carefully with
They
scissors.
take care of the weed. That's
Yeah.
We properly massage it.
Okay.
Alrighty.
But
Moving on. Exeter here, stage right.
yeah,
Just to remind you, you are watching Chronicast
By the way,
number
I'm Steven.
132, Smoking with the Masters, Alta Nova, here live
How's it
at
going?
Danks
Thank you.
Wonder Emporium.
We go live on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, Periscope, Facebook, YouTube, something else.
Live Me.
There we go. That one's mostly random though. They like him when he takes his shirt off. I don't know.
now, I kind of feel a little old now because I only knew about 4 of those things you guys
Okay, me
just
too.
listed.
Yeah.
I'm not-
Okay.
so it's okay.
All right. I was like,
I'm not very techie though. I like just started having an Instagram like 3 months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have to ask people,
How do I work these?
What is
they're all
this?
really
What are these
different.
buttons?
I think I like Instagram more than Facebook
I do now.
because for the most part people can't post their opinions on Instagram. Sometimes you can post a meme that like you're like, "Oh, that's kind of the direction
Meme
they
life.
lean," but
Yeah, but
if
they
you're
can't just.
sometimes you see one of those uncles on Facebook, you're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
I wish he didn't post that." But then when he's on Instagram, all he does is post pictures of his garden. So,
that's a Harley
Yes.
Davidson or
Oh.
something. I don't
I thought the
know.
roof was coming down.
Yeah,
the
I
roof
thought it
is-
was somebody knocking very aggressively. I'm
Like,
glad it's
There's a
not.
fire.
the rapture.
Oh my goodness. Wow, you guys have you crazy.
rapture.
You're jumping
Yeah.
all.
Marijuana doesn't make me paranoid.
I'm one for conspiracy theories.
It's the rapture. It's the rapture.
So, if you want to pass
We're trying to
your
improve
bong, which we have not
reputation.
named yet, you guys are slacking.
Oh, yeah.
Anybody on
Is it
anything
itch
got
when thou shalt
any
not be named?
recommendations
Yeah,
for
does anybody
names?
have any? We got to show them the bong because they're
Yes.
on these devices here.
It's from the
Yes.
bong.
We
Make
need to
me
name
feel
this
like
beautiful
No, not
bong.
mine. Mine's
Nice.
Oh,
You want
over
to?
here.
Now-
It's supposedly indestructible.
Now,
we need to load that guy.
I did warn about my
And
curse though
name
earlier, where every
him.
time I name a bong, it breaks.
Oh.
And this is supposed to be an
that'll
unbreakable
test your
bong.
theory. It'll
yeah.
test your theory.
And so I might have to come back on like.
What if
next
you
week.
name it and then call it "He Who Should Not Be Named" for the rest of the time you use it, Voldemort style?
I like it. There's that. That's actually, I kind of like that.
Not bad, not bad.
And then whenever you're done clearing that, I will load it up.
Something that I've really started liking in the bowl pieces people are doing is not just having the one hole in the bottom and having the multiple.
Yeah.
Oh shit,
And as soon
I've
as-
never seen that.
Like
yeah,
a built-in.
it
Yeah, I
makes
just
bowls-
bought. I just bought the first one of
sorry.
that for
you're
me. I
fine.
never had
I'm
one.
just
like
trying to load it so you guys
Like
can all
2 weeks
taste the
ago.
weed.
Yeah, bowls burn so much smoother and like evenly with those.
Yeah.
You stop getting those like weird chunky patches in your bowl piece at the end.
Right.
It's really nice. But
How do you like this purple diesel, Julia?
Ooh, I really did love it. I mean, I haven't been coughing at all.
So what do you guys think
really
about the
through all
flowers so
this.
far? I mean, we
Yeah,
love
I mean,
feedback. I mean, that's the whole point.
It's all been
Yeah.
delicious. Like the flavor on all of them is very distinct, and I love them. I love them all, especially the
Yeah.
And
tangy.
I haven't learned how to do the cure process as much as my like master grower, but he says he nailed it this year. He's very
Well, and
proud
it is a process.
of the cure.
It's a,
Because even if I didn't know this, but you could grow really great weed, and if you screw the cure up, then you make dry weed. It's not that good. It's really important to nail it.
Right.
And
I think
I have no idea how to do that yet. But I'm learning.
I think my favorite of the bunch is this blue Hawaiian.
Oh yeah.
That terp profile just it makes me smile every time I crack it open and smile.
it smells really good.
Yeah, it was another one of those
That's
great
great.
strains we had about maybe 8 or 10 plants of, so we didn't get as huge a harvest from them. Maybe
Right.
maybe 10, 20 pounds. It's
So,
nice though. We can.
Which one was this? Was the purple diesel?
Yes,
I
it
believe
is.
so. Yep.
Cool.
So is this.
I don't know what this is.
What was your favorite, Lacey?
So far, it probably the
Blue
blue
Hawaiian?
Hawaiian, I would say.
I'm really digging this purple diesel actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I like the tangy a lot too.
Yeah, the flavor was really
The flavor
good.
on that first, on the grains. Yeah, that was great.
And that's something that bums me out sometimes because I hate when I'm double bonging.
You gotta just go for it.
But sometimes, you know, you'll buy something just thinking this is going to smell great. And you crack the jar and smell it and it smells like nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
true, that
it happens sometimes.
It happens, it's been happening a lot more rarely
Yeah.
recently.
I think it's even worse when you crack something open and it smells amazing. You're all excited to smoke it, and then the flavor doesn't match the smell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That breaks my heart.
When something smells just super berry-like and you hit
So,
it and it's
yeah.
just like burning plant.
Yeah.
And this is
Plant
Alta
matter.
Nova that we are smoking on. Some purple diesel. We've also smoked on some Crockett's Tangy, Jilly Bean Secret Recipe, Gorilla Glue number 4. We have just smoked on all kinds of
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
Some pre-rolls,
You know,
cartridges.
these Chong's Choice Jilly Bean cartridges.
Yep.
I think that they taste a lot like the flower, so I'm really happy about that.
So yeah, guys, if you're interested in any of these products, remember we have that sale going on.
And it ends on the 26th, Saturday, I believe.
Yeah.
Man,
But
My little box
currently,
fell asleep.
Alta Nova is 30% off, so the 8th is only $20.40.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I am gonna leave here with some.
Why don't you rip this beauty?
You know, I really like the "he who should not be named" thing. That's cool. But it's also U.S. and it's supposed to be indestructible, and I feel like kind of Hulk Hogan a little bit.
That's funny
I
because
was-
I was
I
thinking
am
Hulk.
a real
Huh?
I was thinking
American.
Terminator.
That would be a good name.
But I like Hulk Hogan too.
I mean, and it does
Now Terminator
rip
would be
pretty
more
hard.
indestructible because Terminator can't be stopped. Nothing you could do can stop.
Can't be
Terminator.
stopped. He got melted at
He'll
the end of the
always come
second
back.
one.
So,
He was stopped pretty quick.
He did stock 4 times actually. I know what you mean, but.
what's your favorite movie?
Oh,
Oh man,
First thing that pops into your mind?
Oh, that's a good way to think of it though.
man.
What's the
That
first
is-
thing you thought of?
Yeah.
I had 4
Tombstone.
things.
Did you say Forrest Gump?
I had 4 items coming. I had 4 movies click through my brain. Star Wars was maybe the first
Star
one.
Wars?
Maybe.
Okay, we have a Star Wars fan in the house.
Maybe.
Like my
Big
I
Trouble in Little China was the other one.
think my like 3 favorite are all like so different from it. So like Tombstone,
Oh.
Jurassic Park
Jurassic Park. Okay.
and Mars Attacks.
Oh, I love
yeah,
Mars
me too.
Attacks.
That-
Okay.
I watch Mars Attacks
I
once a
can
month.
get down with that one.
And then I
What a
think,
variety.
or Gremlins.
I like it.
Oh, Gremlins. I love
Yes.
Gremlins.
Same.
Yeah.
I read something recently that the original script of Gremlins was supposed to be way more violent.
Oh.
Oh,
And then
I can see
Spielberg
that.
kind of like was like, no, it's a
Let's
fun
make
little
it
lighthearted.
cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cute little gremlins.
Which I don't know. it
Guardians
still
of the
works.
Galaxy is probably my favorite new movie. It's come out in a long time.
What about you,
All both of
Lacey?
them, they've been awesome.
Breakfast
movie.
Club.
Okay. I'm
And
down with
then,
that.
yeah, Breakfast
Absolutely.
Club
Yeah.
is the first thing that comes to my mind. And then probably Beverly Hills Cop as a whole. Like I don't have a preference.
And the Breakfast
of 1,
Club
2,
is
or
perfect.
3.
Julia.
Yeah.
Donnie Darko.
Okay.
Ooh.
Coming in with that one there.
When you know, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
See, Breakfast Club was cool because it was one of the first movies they got high in.
You know what movie we
And
were
it was
talking
actually-
about the
and
other
they bonded
day?
through.
What?
And they bonded
Dude,
through the
where's my
smoking.
car? We were talking about that in the shop the other morning.
as far as stoner movies though.
Yeah.
Harold and Kumar.
Yeah,
good
those
one.
are classic.
The first two are just great in my opinion,
Half-Baked
and then the
was
third
fun.
one I wish never happened.
What was
don't
the
even think
third
I've
one?
seen it.
It was a
Yeah, I
Chris-
didn't
it
know
was a
about
Oh, the
that.
Christmas one?
And
That's
like-
the one where the baby does drugs or
Yeah,
whatever.
the baby
I don't remember
does
that one.
more drugs in that movie than Harold and Kumar do.
Shit.
I don't
So-
know.
Yeah, no.
I don't know. What's your favorite though?
Mine?
Yeah.
Scream. You know, I got my
Ooh.
tattoo and all, you guys.
Yeah.
You know.
cool.
Oh, that's the.
Yeah.
I dig it.
It's
I
on
love
my
Scream.
body.
I love Scream.
Yep.
We should go to Crypticon together.
Dude, I've been wanting to go to that like since I moved here and I've just never been able to.
I did a
Crypticon?
fashion show in it.
No, you did not.
Yeah, I did.
Were you like Elvira?
No, I actually modeled for a designer called 14 Minutes, and it was called that because she literally stitches it on you in 14 minutes.
What?
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. And then I did a
Wow.
little bit for Hot Topic. And,
Oh, yeah.
this was
Modeling
back
for
when
Hot
I
Topic,
was like
Julia?
110 pounds. Like,
No, what is Crypticon? What is Crypticon?
Crypticon is like a horror, like con, like a.
Yeah.
Is it in obviously October?
Yeah.
Comic Con
Yeah.
for horror movies.
Yeah.
and stuff.
yeah.
Oh, I
Bruce
gotta go.
Campbell was there the other year, man. I keep missing that guy.
I love him. He's one of my favorite
I
ever.
know,
He
right?
came through.
Hail to the chief, baby.
He came through
some
and
sugar,
did
baby.
a live thing not too long, a few months back. Bruce Campbell did, and it was like a game show that he goes around and does.
Oh my
And he does
gosh.
trivia and all that. And one of my buddies, like it was at the Paramount, and he went up and did it, and he didn't win, but he did. He did real good.
Well, I believe that we have smoked on everything. We have liked everything. Did everybody tell us what their favorite was today? Everybody?
I think so.
Yes.
I did.
Did you guys tell us your favorites that you smoked today?
Yeah, I think Blue
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 Hawaiian
Hawaiian.
was-
Wow.
Uh,
So that's a 3.
3.
And yours was what was
The
yours?
Tingy.
The plush
Okay.
berry was the other one that really I just love the flavor today.
Which one?
The Jelly
plush.
Bean.
Did you?
Wait.
Oh, okay.
I love the jelly bean every day, so I can't. I don't know if I'm a bus bias on that. That's why I didn't
Well,
pick it.
that is great.
There's like still smoke coming out of this thing.
There's yeah, you know,
It just-
it's,
it never
it's never
stops.
ending. You just keep
Never
hitting it and hitting it.
Okay, now so.
So
It's
don't
the
forget
It's the everlasting gobstopper.
Yeah. Ooh, and then and it's gobby. It should.
It does
the
kind of
go-
look
that can be the
everlasting
gobst. Wait, how is that the gobstop? What? How do you
The
say it?
everlasting
it?
gobstopper.
Okay,
Yeah.
I don't want to say it wrong. It's been a long time since I've watched the movie. Jesus.
I'm embarrassed to admit. Oh, I know this.
Okay.
Oh, I
So don't forget to stop by Danks Wonder Emporium in Lacey here on Martin Way. Pick up some Alta Nova. We've been smoking on it today, and we are all very lit. It seems.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh
I'm
yeah.
fine.
Oh, you're fine.
I
Well,
can tap dance.
I mean, maybe you should smoke just some more of your purple sour
But
diesel.
be careful. There's only a little left.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know,
all
don't
a
smoke it
little-
all.
But
In
after
one
this,
hit.
yes, this is
There you
all I
go.
have left.
Everybody, this has been Chronicast number 132
Hey, guys.
Woo!
with your host Julia and
DJ KJ.
that's right.
What up?
What up?
Come down and hang out with us.
Yeah, they
And
will
thank
be
you
here
guys.
for
Thank
a
you very
little
much
bit
for having us. We
longer
really
today.
appreciate this.
Yeah,
till
how
We
late?
appreciate
How late
you
will you guys be
smoking
here?
with the
Peace, thank you.
Masters,
As long as
Alta
you'll let us
Nova.
stay.
Thanks. Thank
All
you very
right.
much, guys. You guys have a great day.
Yeah.
This has
Thanks,
been
everybody. Peace.
the Chronicast. Live higher.
Live higher.
Peace out, America.